stage is yours.
Introduced to ragtime through a very strange circumstance. I started playing the piano when I was 4 years old and was very classically trained all of my life. Classical music, classical music, classical music. I get to high school and I'm playing stuff, you know. Kids don't want to hear that. They don't. What were they doing? They were, you know, all standing around the piano, around this geeky guy that was playing this. Of course, I'm a spotlight hound. I had to get some of that. So, I learned how to play some ragtime. And I taught myself, but I will tell you that playing ragtime, having that classical background definitely helps you to play ragtime, because ragtime is tough stuff. So that first one was Cascades by Scott Joplin. Everybody knows who Scott Joplin is. Then this next one that I want to play for you, I used this one in college. After I got up to, I actually had a couple of jobs. I played in Central City before it was gambling town. I actually played at a little place called the Face on the Barroom Floor, and I would play ragtime to get the bar to fill up. Then they would make me stop playing so everybody would leave, so that I could start playing so that somebody could come back. That was how they made their money. And so I played ragtime. This is when I was just after high school and just before I went to college. When I went to college, I found that there were many different things that I got to play for. One of them that I got to play for was a melodrama. This particular ragtime reminds me of a melodrama all of its own. And I think that you'll be able to figure out the parts that sound like the villain, the parts that sound like the beautiful heroine, and the parts that sound like the oncoming train that he has tied her to the tracks to be wiped out. So let's root for the hero. Dakota Rag. And actually, I could sell you this music for a lot of money because it's out of print. So I'm really unique. I mean, you can't even get a hold of it anymore. So enjoy. pajamas and plain ragtime and all the different things. One of the things that was very constant in my life is I had a very loving set of grandparents and great-grandparents that I consider my spiritual heritage. They started the United Methodist Church in the Southwest Valley of Albuquerque, and I would spend a lot of summers with them, and they would take me to church, and I would learn all the Bible verses, and I would win all the contests, but it wasn't real to me yet. My relationship with Christ didn't really get real until 7 days before my 21st birthday. And it was such a huge awakening for me. And it was at a time that was probably the lowest time of my life, and Christ just came in and picked me up out of the muck and mire and set my feet on a rock. And I started using my music in a different way. And I have the great delight of being able to come here every Sunday and play the organ and play the piano for the church. And I get to play for kids during the day in a high school. And I just love making people feel good through music. So a song, I just played this song for Easter. So those of you who have heard it, I'm sorry you'll have to hear it again. But it's such a beautiful arrangement by Mark Hayes. It's called The Old Rugged Cross. And I would love to share that with you. for coming today. I don't know if there's going to be an announcement after me, but I figure we'll end on a bright note. This tune will be just a tad bit familiar once we get past the intro. So thank you for coming out. I think there's reception downstairs afterwards. No? Yes? No? Maybe coffee? It's church. We always have coffee, right? Yeah. Okay.